Good morning, students. I hope all of you are fit and fine in home. Okay, so you be home safely. So let's start. So today we are discussing about exercise 5.2. So why we are discussing exercise 5.2? Because many of you have doubts in exercise 5.2 and I have not discussed before exercise 5.2. That's why we are going to discuss exercise 5.2. So let's start. So number one question is, before that you have studied about in this chapter, in this portion of this chapter, chapter 5, second portion of this chapter, that is that parallel line, transversal lines and that angles formed by transversal lines. So what are the angles formed? Those are interior angle, exterior angles, alternate angles and corresponding angles. And we have studied about some property so that we can prove that two lines are parallel. So let's start. You can recall this one by seeing the video of this chapter. So let's see exercise 5.2. So number one is, state the property that is used in each of the following statements. So we have to state, means we have to write the property, okay, which is used in the following statement, whatever statements are given. So here three statements are given, 1, 2, 3. So and on the right side a figure is given. So here A and B, two lines are there and these are traversed by two lines. So number one, if A is parallel to B, then angle 1, this one is angle 1 equal to angle 5. So let's see, if these two are which angle? Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. If these two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are also corresponding angles formed by this transversal line are equal. So what you will write that? Here the property is what? Corresponding angle property. So you can write it as corresponding angles are equal if two lines are parallel. Okay, so this is about what? This is corresponding angle property. Next, so angle 1 and angle 5, these are corresponding angles and those are equal. Next, if 4 equal to 6, so look at here, 4 equal to 6, then A is parallel to B. 4 and 6 are what? These are alternate interior angle. These are alternate interior angle. That's why what you will write? You can write as these are alternate interior angles. So if alternate interior angles are equal, then two lines are equal. So these are what? Alternate property is what? Alternate interior angles are equal if two lines are parallel. Okay, so here what property is that? Alternate interior angles, because angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. Next we will move to question number 3. Third part, if angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree, then A is parallel to B. So let's see angle 4 and 5. Angle 4 and 5 are what? Angle 4 and 5 are the pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. It is on the left side of the transversal. This is the transversal line, and 4 and 5 are on the left side, means on the same side of the transversal, and the sum of these two angles will be how much? 180 degree. Then A is parallel to B. If the sum of the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal equal to 180 degree, then the two lines are parallel. So you can write it as like this. What is the property here? The sum of pairs of interior angles on the same side, that will be always on the same side of transversal, is 180 degree. Okay, if the sum of pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree, then that A is parallel to B. Okay, so here already written for angle 4 and 5. These are two pairs of interior angles which are on the same side of transversal. Okay, so this is about the question number 1. So let's move to question number 2. So what it is written? In the adjoining figure, identify the given angles. So here the figure is given. Here A and B, two lines are given, and C is the transversal line. Okay, so C is the transversal line, and we have to figure out, we have to find the angles. Number 1, the pairs of corresponding angle. So what are the pairs of corresponding? Corresponding angle is angle 4 and angle 8, angle 1 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 6. So now we'll write the corresponding angles. So first pair is angle 4 and angle 8. Okay, so next pair is angle 1 and angle 5. Now angle 1 and angle 5. Okay, next is angle 3 and angle 7. So you will write angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, next pair is what? Angle 2 and angle 6. So you will write angle 2 and angle 6. Okay, so these are the pairs of corresponding angles. Angle 4 and 8, angle 3 and 7, angle 1 and 5, angle 2 and 6. Next, number 2, the pairs of alternate interior angles. Interior angles or alternate. Alternate is what? On the two side of the interior angles are inside the two lines which are transverse. So A and B inside two lines, how many angles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 5, 8. These are the interior angles. Alternate means what? It is on the opposite side of the, it is present on the opposite side. These are present on the opposite side of the transversal line. So alternate interior angles are 3 and 5, 2 and 8. So we'll write here what it is here. Angle 3 and angle 5. This is one pair. Then another pair is angle 2 and angle 8. So you will write angle 2 and angle 8. Next, the pairs of interior angles on the same side of transversal. The pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. So we have interior angles 3, 2, 5, 8. Same side of transversal, that is 3 and 8, 2 and 5. So same side of transversal, on one side what is present? 3 and 8. So you will write angle 3 and angle 8. Those are what? Interior angles, pair of interior angle on the same side. So this side 3 and 8 and that side what is there? 2 and 5. So you can write that angle 2 and angle 5. Okay. Next what you will write? Number 4, the vertically opposite angle. So look at the figure, vertically opposite angles. Look, angle 4 and angle for A and C. A and C are crossed here and B and C are crossed in this point. Okay, line C and line A are crossed in this point. They are crossing, and angle B, line B and line C are crossing at this point. So here 4 angles are for, here also 4 angles are. So for line C and A, the vertically opposite angles are 4 and 2, 1 and 3. And for line B and for line C, the vertically opposite angles are angle 8 and angle C, angle 7 and angle 5. So how will you write? You will write for lines C and A. What are the angles? Angles are angle 4 and angle 2. Okay. So these are vertically opposite angle. Another one is angle 1 and angle 3. Then for line B and C, for lines B and C. Okay, the vertically opposite angle, angle 8 and angle 6, angle 8 and angle 6. Okay, then another vertically opposite angles are angle 5 and angle 7, angle 5 and angle 7. Okay, so these are vertically opposite angles. Next we will see question number 3. So look at here, in the adjoining figure P parallel to Q, so this is P parallel to Q, find the unknown angles. So look at here, only one angle is given, that is 125 degree. So unknown angles are A, B, C, D, E, F. We have to find out the angles. So how we can find? So look at here, P is parallel to Q. So and this line is transversal. This is the transversal line. So let this be R or T. T is the transversal line. So P and Q are parallel and T is transversal, and these angles are formed. So let's find out the angle. So if one angle is given, this is 125. So if these are parallel and this is transversal, then angle 125 is equal to angle D. Why? Angle D equal to angle 125 degree. Why? Because angle D and angle 125 are what? They are equal. Why they are equal? Because those are corresponding angles. angle 125 and angle D are what? Corresponding angles. So you can write due to corresponding angles property. Okay, so this is due to corresponding angle property. Now we can find out angle F, because angle 125 and angle F are what? These are linear pairs. So the sum of these two angles are how much? 180 degree. So you can write it as since angle 125 degree plus F equal to 180 degree. Why? Because due to what? Due to linear pairs. These are linear pairs of angles. So 125 plus F equal to 180 degree. So you can find out angle F equal to how much? 180 degree minus 125 degree. How much you are getting? 5, then 5 to 7, 55 degree. So angle F is how much? How much we got? 55 degree. Now look at this. This P and this T, those are what? Those are the two lines crossing at each other. So they are what forming? They are forming the vertically opposite angle. So angle F and angle E are what? Vertically opposite angles. So angle E equal to angle F. So you can write it as angle E equal to angle F. You can write due to vertically opposite angles. Due to vertically opposite angles, angle E equal to angle F. What we have found the angle? Angle F is how much? 55 degree. So equal to 55 degree. So angle E equal to 55 degree. So this one how much we got? This one is also 125 degree. Okay, and this is 55 degree, and this is also 55 degree. Next, look at here now. Angle F equal to angle C. Angle F equal to angle C. Angle F equal to angle C. Why? Because angle F and angle C are what? Corresponding angle. So angle F and C are what? Angle F and C are corresponding angle. That's why angle F equal to angle C, and C is how much? Now you can write that F is 55 degree, then C is also 55 degree. So we got C also. So this is 55 degree. Now look at here in T and Q. So this is T and Q. Here T and Q are two lines, and we can find out what? We can find we can find out the vertically opposite angles. Angle D equal to angle B, angle C equal to angle A. So we can you can write it as like this, or you can write it as like this also. Angle F equal to angle A, or angle A equal to angle F. Why? Because angle A and angle F are what? These are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Okay, so angle F and A are alternate interior angles and they are equal. So angle A equal to how much? 55 degree. So this is 55 degree. Next you see angle B equal to angle D, or you can write it angle B equal to angle F. Sorry, angle B equal to angle D. So how you can write? Angle B equal to angle D. Angle D is how much? 125 degree. So why? Angle B equal to D. So that's why angle B equal to 125 degree. Why? Because these two are vertically opposite angle. So you can write it as vertically opposite angles. So this is about question number 3. So if two lines are parallel and a transversal line is formed, then what you get? Corresponding angles are equal, or interior alternate angles are equals, exterior alternate angles are equal. Okay, next we will move to question number 4, that is find the value of x in each of the following figures if L is parallel to M. So look at here, two figures are given and we have to find out the value of x. Here this is x, here this is x, and which lines are parallel? L is parallel to M and a transversal line is formed. Here L is parallel to M and here two transversal lines are formed. Okay, so let's see what it is given. From number 1, L is parallel to M. So here what you will write? If L is parallel to M, then you see this is 110 degree and this 110 degree. Let we take the angle what? This one as angle X. Okay, so sorry, this is X, we'll take this as Y. So we have Y. So this Y and this 110 degree are what? These two are what? Linear pairs. So you can write that as 110 degree plus Y equal to 180 degree. Why? Because these are linear pairs. These two are means 110 degree and Y are linear pairs. So we can find out the Y, angle Y. So Y equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. How much it is? 70 degree. So we get the Y, that is how much? 70 degree. Next, X. Look, L is parallel to M and T is transversal. So angle X is equal to angle Y. So angle X is equal to angle Y because L is parallel to M. So what are these two pairs? This one pair, this angle is, these angles are what? These are corresponding angle. Due to corresponding angle property, corresponding angles property, these two angles are similar. So what we have got? Angle Y. Angle Y is 70 degree. That's why angle Y x equal to how much? 70 degree. Okay, so angle L equal to angle M, sorry, L is parallel to M and angle X is how much? 70 degree. Next we will move to figure number 2. So in this figure, in this second figure, look, L is parallel to M and 100 degree, 100 degree and 80 degree is given this X. So look at here, L is parallel to M and A is the transversal line. So here look, angle 100 degree equal to X. Okay, so we can write it here as, if L is parallel to M, then what we can get? Angle X equal to 100 degree. Angle X equal to 100 degree. Why? Because due to this one is due to property of which angle? This is the property of corresponding angles property. So due to corresponding angles property, these two angles are similar. But look at here, 80 degree is given. So these are, here we can find out, but here we can find out these angles and these angles. But we cannot prove this between these two angles. Why? Because we don't know A is parallel to B. Okay, so we have to find out this by through this, that angle X equal to 100 degree, because these two are corresponding angles. Next, question number 5. In the given figure, the arms of two angles are parallel. Okay, so look at this figure. It has two angles are given and two angles have four arms and their arms are parallel. Means AB is parallel to DE, BC is parallel to EF. Okay, so we have to find if angle ABC is 70 degree, then find out DGC and DEF. So you have to find out first this angle and we can find this angle. Okay, so first we'll find out angle DGC. So first you know two arms are parallel, the arms of two angles are parallel. So first we'll write for DGC what will take, and AB and DE, these are what? Parallel lines. So what you can write, and AB line AB is parallel to line DE. Okay, so AB is parallel to DE and BC is a transversal. So BC is a transversal. So what do we get? So if AB is parallel to DE and BC is transversal, then angle ABC equal to angle DGC, because these are two corresponding angles. So you can write as angle DGC equal to angle ABC. Okay, why? Due to, you can write it, due to corresponding angle property. Due to corresponding angle property, angle DGC equal to angle ABC. So angle DGC equal to 70 degree. Now we find out angle DGC. So angle DGC is equal to 70 degree, because these are two corresponding angles and the corresponding angles are equal, because AB is parallel to DG and BC is a transversal. Next we will see for angle DEF. We have to find out. Now we found this 70 degree. Now we found this angle. Okay, so angle DEF. So first we will find out the parallel lines. So write down line BC is parallel to EF. Okay, and our DE, line DE is what? It is a transversal. So BC is parallel to EF, line DE is transversal. So here we are finding angle DEF equal to angle DGC. Why? Because these two angles are corresponding angles. So you can write as due to corresponding angles property. Due to corresponding angles property, angle DEF equal to angle DGC. So how much you have found DGC? DGC is 70 degree. So angle DEF equal to 70 degree. So this is also 70 degree because these are corresponding angles. The same. So here you have to find out the lines which are parallel, then the transversal, then you can find out the angles which are equal. Means here these are corresponding angle, this pair is also corresponding angles. Next question number 6 is, in the given figures below, decide whether L is parallel to M. So here 4 figures are given. See, LM, 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 LM. So pair of lines are given and they are transversed by angle N. So you have to find out in each figure L is parallel to M. So how we can prove L is parallel to M? How we can find two lines are parallel? When we see the angles formed by transversal line, like our alternate interior angles or alternate interior angles property, corresponding angle property, linear angle angles, pair of angles formed in the same side of transversal line property. This property, if we will see, if we will find out these properties, then we can find out that those lines are parallel. So let's see number 1. Number 1 is what? You look at here. Number 1 is given that in number 1 figure say L and M are given, N is a transversal, and here two angles are given. These two angles are what? These two angles are the pair of angles on the same side of the transversal. So we'll see what is there. If sum of pair of angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree, then L will be parallel to M. If I have written if sum of pair of two angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degrees. So let's find out this pair. Let's find out the sum of these pairs. So 126 degree plus 44 degree equal to how much you are getting? We are getting how much? 4, 6, 10, 4, 2, 6, 7, then 1. So what we will get? 170 degree. So this is not 180 degree. So we can write since the sum is not equal to 180 degree, then L is not parallel to M. Okay. Next we will move to second figure. So look at the figure. So what it is given? Here two angles are given. This one is 75, this one is 75. So let's find out. Let this angle be x. Okay. So let this angle be x, and this is vertically opposite to this angle. So if this is 75, this is also 75. So x equal to 75 degree because vertically opposite angles. Okay. So this is vertically opposite angles. Next we got this one 75, and these are what? These are the angles. These are the pair of angles on the same side of. These are pair of angles on the same side of transversal. So the sum would be 180 degree. So let's see. X plus 75 degree equal to 75 degree plus 75 degree equal to how much? 5, 5, 10, 7, 7, 14, 14 plus 1, 15. So what we get? We get 150 degree. So the sum of pair of angles, the sum of pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are what? Those are not equal. Okay. So since the sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is not equal to 180 degree. This is not equal to 180 degree. That's why line L is not parallel to M. Okay, so L is not parallel to M because these angles, this what we got? 75 degree. The sum of 75 degree plus 75 means these two interior angles on the same side is not equal to 180 degree. That's why this L and M are not parallel. Okay, next we'll move to third. Okay, so look at here, L and M are given and N is transversal. Here 57 degree is given. So look at here. So this is 57 degree. So we can find out what we can find out. We can find out like this. So look at here. Let this one will be x. Let the angle be x. So this is x. So x equal to 57 degree. X equal to 57 degree. Why? Because these are vertically opposite angles. So these are vertically opposite angles. That's why x equal to 57 degree. Next we got this one as 57 degree. Next x plus 123 degree. These two are what? These two are the interior angles on the same side of transversal. So let's see. X plus 123 degree equal to x is how much? 57 degree. So this is 57 degree. X plus 123 degree, x 57 degree plus 123 degree equal to how much? 7, 3, 10, 5, 2, 7 plus 1, 8, 1, 180 degree. So the sum of the angles, sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. That's why L is parallel to M. So we have found out these two pairs of this pair of angle, the sum of this pair of angle is 180 degree. So since the sum of interior angles on the same side of transversal is equal to 180 degree, then hence L is parallel to M. Okay. So look at here, figure 4 I have drawn on this side because there was no space. So here also L and M are lines are given and we have two angles, that is what? This is 98 degree and this is 72 degree. So we will take this angle as X. Okay. So let the angle be X. Okay. So this is X and what we will find? This X and 98 degree are what? These are linear pair. So sum of linear pair equal to 180 degree. So you can write X plus 98 degree equal to 180 degree. Why? Because the two linear pairs. Okay, due to linear pair property, what it is happen? X plus 98 degree equal to 180 degree. So we can find out X equal to 180 degree minus 98 degree. So answer is what? 8 to 10, 9, 8, 17. So X is how much? 82 degree. So look at here, this 82 degree X and this 72 degrees are not same. These two are which angle? These two are corresponding angles. So since angle X is not equal to 72 degree or two corresponding angles are not equal, then what you will find? Angle L is not parallel to, line L is not parallel to line M. So L is not parallel to M. So here also L is not parallel. So this is about your exercise 5.2. I hope you will understand. So again you practice all those angles formed by transversal line and all those property, and do this exercise again and you can understood, you can understand. Okay, thank you.